Hey, you want to see a movie where Jason Voorhees takes on the mean streets of New York City? Well, maybe someday they'll make one. At first glance, Friday the 13th Part 8 may seem like a truly appealing entry into the series, if you like that kind of thing. I mean, look at this box cover. Jason is bigger than the New York skyline itself, and he's even crashing through an I Heart New York sign in this controversial poster. I say controversial because the poster was removed due to a complaint by the New York Tourism Committee. I guess they were afraid that people would avoid New York for fear of being chased by fictional slasher movie villains. But this image, in which he takes on the role as Woody Allen's sky-floating mom in New York Stories, that's much better. And look, Jason himself even went on Arsenio to promote the movie.
What happened, man? Where did it all begin?
Ooh, awkward. I bet the black guy dies first. So how could they possibly disappoint fans yearning to pay money to see Jason in the Big Apple? So let's see how they disappointed the fans.
We live in claustrophobia, a land of steel and concrete. Trapped by dark waters. There is no escape, nor do we want it.
Get your goddamn coffee shop beat poetry out of my slasher film! I sure hope my fellow coffee shop beat poets aren't watching this, because I am definitely plagiarizing what that guy just said. Is this foreshadowing? Is he gonna be fighting Batman along the way? What? It makes sense. Their origins both involve dead mothers. We're doing away with the white text on black background credits this time out. We got Ninja Turtles who may or may not show up. Let's hear this catchy tune. It's about time these credits got more 80s. In 1989. Get a good look at these settings, by the way. The dark alleys of New York, the subways, late-night diners, the Statue of Liberty. Yeah, get a good look at them, because you won't see them again for another hour and 5 minutes. In a movie called Jason Takes Manhattan. The film mainly centers around a graduating high school class in Crystal Lake who are on board a cruise ship headed to New York. And guess where most of the action takes place? It's gonna be a long cruise, but they do get New York radio stations.
This request has gone all the way out to Crystal Lake in the senior class at Lakeview High.
That's us. All right.
And we wish them the best of luck and success when they come to visit our seductive city.
I remember when I was in New York City and I heard the DJ congratulating a New Jersey small town's graduation trip to New York. Oh wait, no I don't. I was probably drunk. But before we get to the sex, how about some dirty talk?
Come on, Jimmy, something's bothering you.
Just that we're right around that summer camp where all those murders took place.
Oh, you mean the camp that's a stone's throw away from your houseboat and looks up and running? He's giving us the backstory on Jason, but he's telling it wrong. Why does the kid Jason have hair? And his girlfriend is the only one in Crystal Lake who seems unaware about the mass murderer who butchered half the town over a period of a decade. Oh, wait, according to the timeline, this should be taking place somewhere between about 1999 and 2002. He's been murdering people for decades! In case you forget, when we last saw Jason, he faced off against Carrie White, who resurrected her dead father to pull Jason under the docks. Wait, what? Why don't we keep her around? She can raise the dead. It won't matter if Jason kills anyone. Tina can make him rise back up out of the lake. But I guess a dock is too heavy for him to push off, so he's just taking a breather for a while. Why did this subdue him? They better have a good excuse for Jason coming back. Thank you for giving us the truth about electricity. Move over, Mr. Wizard. But it's not too early in the movie for a good fake-out jump scare.
Got you good, Susie.
Psych, I didn't really kill you. Will you have sex with me now? Jason's mask was destroyed in Part 7, so why is Crystal Lake selling commemorative Jason masks complete with the axe mark from Part 3? And why does this guy have both a hockey mask and a harpoon gun on the boat? Is this guy secretly a Jason wannabe, like the paramedic from Part 5? The hell is going on here? Not that it matters. The guy is murdered before he more than likely would have killed his girlfriend. Seems like it would have been pretty easy to do so. Instead of jumping off the boat and swimming to shore, she hides in the one place that Jason will look. You're supposed to shoot that into the target, you lazy fuck. Now there's a whole boat full of horny teenagers, or about 5 or 6. The budget can't afford a whole graduating class. It can't even afford to film in a place that its title suggests. Our lead character is Rennie, who is such a good student, the teachers give her presents.
Stephen King supposedly used it in high school.
Great, so can we blame that pen for Dreamcatcher? You'll need this, Rennie. You can use it as a weapon in the film later. The real sourpuss of the movie isn't the axe murderer, but Dr. Charles McCulloch, biology teacher, Rennie's guardian, and professional wet blanket.
I'm her legal guardian, not you or anybody else. And I know what's best for her.
She needs to be a love interest on a Jonathan Silverman sitcom. End of discussion. There's other parenting issues too, as the captain's son Sean is not very good at boats.
You forgetting something, mister? Send out the International Maritime Signal.
You'll never hit an iceberg with this kind of incompetence, son. Jason looks confused as to why a whaling ship appears to be being used as a cruise ship, and why Crystal Lake is apparently big enough to sail to New York City. That's the real twist. Crystal Lake is the Atlantic Ocean. Don't worry, they took along a crazy old man to tell them that they're doomed.
This voyage is doomed.
Between this guy, Crazy Ralph, and Eyeball Guy from Part 3, maybe people would actually listen to you old coots if you stopped being so weird. Everyone is giving Rennie presents. Sean gives her a piece of Ghostbusters 2 memorabilia. He was going to get her a Young and the Restless autograph, but that's a second cruise gift. But Uncle Buzzkill soon comes along.
What are you doing here?
Ugh, no one told me you were also graduating. And no one told us that Joan Jett is also in their class. Her cameraman, Wayne, is a little distracted. He just got done being booted off of Letterman after almost kicking him in the face. Such great locations. I prefer all my cruise ships look like an abandoned house Fela stumbled across. And what's these people's deal? They all seem troubled.
Rennie, you're making a big mistake. It's not too late to put you back on shore.
Then again, I wouldn't be able to look at your soft, succulent lips. What the fuck, Uncle Touchy? Ooh, this place is perfect to shoot at the walls of heartache. She is the ship's warrior. Jason prefers his tie-in music videos to actually happen within the film, even if the song won't be finished because he murders the lead. Well, so much for the Pretenders. Jason is still in spying mode in this film, but those unfortunate pants are causing Jason to prefer looking at the near-naked dog. Oh, and I guess the boat is a submarine now. The dog is having the same visions she is? Can she daydream about New York so we can get there quicker?
All the angels into the street.
other students are reenacting all of Cuba Gooding Jr.'s scenes from Pearl Harbor, and, you'll film your shot on shitty-o movie on your own time, mister. Why do I sound like the Cinema Snob's twin brother? But let's not forget that this is still the 80s, no matter what the timeline says.
Nighttime is the right time.
You're on your way to New York. Why would you want to fill up on appetizers? Room for one more, ladies?
Are you girls using drugs?
You know we don't allow Mountain Dew and Starburst on this ship. Ooh, they're in so much trouble.
I'll be coming around to your stateroom in exactly 15 minutes, Miss Mason, so you better have your biology project ready or I'll be phoning your parents.
Haven't they already graduated? Isn't that what this whole cruise is about? Must get revenge on Rennie. It was probably that bitch who narked on us. Or it could have been the third smelliest guy on this cruise. Jason takes out the biggest threats first. Guy hanging out by himself in the sauna. I don't know what it is, but Jason seems a little more steamed here. Meanwhile, back to the revenge. Oh yeah, swim with the sharks, bitch! Rennie may be drowning, but it's good that the ship came to an immediate and complete stop. This is what happens when you apparently only have 2 adult chaperones.
You've done a wonderful job of supervising the kids. What the hell happened here?
It wasn't her fault.
Give me those towels.
I'm the only one who brings her towels on this ship. And have they been reminded of their imminent doom yet?
He's come back. And you're all gonna die.
You're on this ship too, idiot! So Rennie has been living with a crippling fear of water, she sees weird visions, and Evil Dead movies keep popping out of the mirrors. But enough about that. How about that biology report?
Wouldn't you like a glass of champagne first, Charles?
17 my ass! I'm watching this scene for a biology report, goddammit!
Hey,
Would it be worth it to lose my teaching career? Is teaching really that important?
Now you stop that. I mean, really?
Slim Goodbody never gave me this kind of erection before. This is only Charles' kink for about 10 seconds.
Now you've gone and done it. Not only are you going home, but I will see to it personally that you spend next year back in a high school classroom.
That way we'll have plenty more opportunities to bang. And I don't think he has that kind of power, especially with his VHS blackmail.
And as for you, you can forget about attending any film school. Ever!
Don't listen to him, kid. You'll grow up to be one of the TV executives on Unreal. Sure, you'll have hot girls rejecting you for a while, but with that camera, you can make 10 violent shit films. Oh my God, was that Corey Feldman? I didn't know Tommy was back. Now Tamara's washing the organs off of her, but oh no, there may be an intruder. Hey, knock first, ass! By God, I think that's Freddy Krueger out there. Nope, Jack Torrance. It's just Jason on another one of his coke freakouts. So is nighttime still the right time? Thankfully, the captain is still okay.
How old's your boy now, Carlson?
19 months.
Tremendous age. Take some advice. Don't push him too hard.
Well, you just signed your own death warrants. I like these death scenes better without knowing they have infant children at home. He may be doing the captain a favor, though. The SS Irwin Allen was about to tip over upside down. Good thing Sean's last talk with his dad was positive.
Oh, Jesus.
Bet you wish you knew to blow the horn now, huh, ass? Let's talk about the real victims here, though.
I demand to know what is going on.
Sean, you interrupted me masturbating to Tamara's half-naked body. I'm sorry about your father, though. Well, if only they were warned about this.
You're all gonna die. You're the last ones. He's come back for you.
Last ones? Really? So the only teenagers left in Crystal Lake are the seniors graduating from the high school? I doubt that.
Watch your mouth, young man.
What? It's one of the few sentences I had where I didn't curse. Ugh, gotta figure out some way to blame this on Sean. Rennie drops anchor, but if they really wanted the boat to stop, she should have just jumped over again. Or listened to her always correct uncle.
But Sean said that we needed to drop the anchors.
I'm the one you should be listening to.
Was Sean on an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation? I think not, Missy. Tamara's friend Eve comes back and finds her filming an episode of Tamara's Never Seen Her 20s. Jason had better kill off Kelly Hu before she arrives at Sunset Beach. This time around, Jason has the amazing power of teleportation. This is why Kane Hodder is the definitive Jason after Betsy Palmer. He gains new powers and new body mass as the movies go along. Sure, you can complain about the series continuity, but he'll just strangle you over it. It's stunning he can do any of this with those black cloths covering his eye holes. The rest find an assortment of weapons, and it sucks to be the guy who went for the hammer before the last gun was taken. Not that it'll save Wayne, who loses his glasses, shoots a guy, and now has to see the world through the eyes of Wood Chipper Massacre. I'd be asking why he's filming this if it were a found footage movie, so you bet your ass I'm asking it when it isn't a found footage movie. See, his expensive camera just gets ruined anyway. Well, so much for Shot on Shittio ever being released. And how is Charles still alive?
Did you find Rennie?
She's locked safely in her room. No thanks to either of you.
I've had sex with way more students than you have. More good points, Charles.
But what about the fire?
How do we know there really is one?
And what proof is there that the students don't want to be murdered? Look, this guy sees Jason and figures the best idea is to climb up really high. He was asking for it. Rennie, meanwhile, poses for the picture on the back of the box. That's right, a shot on the back of the box is from a boat scene and not a New York scene, which this movie still hasn't gotten to yet. They have more important things to do, like following up on that pen foreshadowing. Now how is Stephen King gonna write Nightmares and Dreamscapes? Miss Van Dusen makes sure the nameless extras are safe. Ugh, they don't even have dialogue. Pass. Perhaps something can be solved in the engine room.
Get everybody off the ship!
You see, there's your problem. You replace the ship's engine with a swimming pool. Are these the only ones left out of the students?
We have to go.
Oh, wait! I left the others in the restaurant.
There is no more restaurant.
So why bother checking? We can't save them, then we'd have to give them lines and pay them higher salaries. And asking for a higher salary is the reason Tina isn't back in this film. They make it into the lifeboat, but no time to save Billy Zane this time. Jason is wondering why this looks like the same spot Rennie fell into earlier in the movie. Now let's sail on for, psych, motherfuckers! Black guy ain't dead yet! Okay, good. They're off the ship, they're in the lifeboat, it's over an hour into the movie. Maybe now Jason can finally take Manhattan. Oh, for the love of Christ! Okay, that's not the end of the movie, but it is the end of the episode. We'll find out if Rennie, Sean, and the gang survive both Jason and New York City when we finish watching the movie this October. I'm kidding. We'll talk about it later in the week. Want to see more Cinema Snob episodes? Do you like movie reviews from people in cars? How about animated cat detectives? Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/stonedgremlinproductions. Follow us on Twitter at The Cinema Snob, or check out our homepage at thecinemasnob.com. And you guessed correctly, I am a little drunk.